Well, hello everybody. So on today's episode, we're going to do a repair on a 2023 Peterbilt 389 smart wheel module. These little modules plug into the steering wheel harness. So I'm going to show you how easy these are to remove, and we're going to do a repair on this and see if we can get it to working again. I did find out after going through all that trouble that literally you can buy the module and the wiring harness all together for about $257 on this particular website I found, which isn't bad at all, but it beats buying a whole steering wheel. Now, I've heard a lot of people buying the whole wheel just to get those modules. You can find them separately. They're a lot harder to find. Peterbilt don't make it easy, guys. It's all about money with them, honestly. But sit back, relax, grab yourself a cup of coffee, and let's do this repair on Teslatronixlab. Okay, this is a 2023 Peterbilt 389. We got this module here that they're pretty sticky buttons. So what had happened was I happened to be sitting up at a dock, right? And I had my soda up on the dash like this, okay? And I went and grabbed it. Well, when I grabbed it, I had it by the lid like this. Not this cup, by the way. This cup would have been better. And I came down, and when I hit this, it fell. The lid came off, and it fell, and I got covered in soda, and so did these buttons. These are different modules that they do come out. But to get started, you just pop the horn pad off. Okay, you just grab it from up here at the top like this, right? Let's see. Grab it at the top on each end like this, right? And this end right here, just pull straight back, just like this, okay? Just like that, and it comes right off. It's just, then what you got left is you're gonna have this little piece right here, which literally this just pops off, just like, you can just actually use you can use something to pry it with. You just gotta be careful because you can break it. Use a screwdriver, you know, whatever works best for you. But literally you just pry it up. I'm going to use this little pry tool. This is what we used to get screens off of cell phones with. And there's that one. Okay, see, they have these little pegs right here. They have these little pegs, you know, right here, these pegs right here. And that's how they mount. Now, what you got to do is take these Torx screws out to get the module out. Okay, let me set this back in here. And let's see. Now I know that this one's a T10, so, and then these ones here are smaller. So let's see, where's my T10? So take your T10 and then take these screws out. And the T10, there's two T10 screws. That's all that's holding this module into this trim right here. Just these two screws. And once you take those two screws out, this literally just lifts right off. And you do have the wires from, this is the wiring harness that goes and plugs in down here. Okay, here, let's have a look, see at this, what we got here going on here, guys. Okay, as we can see that we got the modules here. As we can see, we got one busted wire right here. You can have a look at that. One busted wire right there. Right here. And if you look really good, you can see quite a bit of corrosion right there, right down in there. So First of all, what we're going to do though is we're going to get these buttons to start soaking in alcohol. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Get it started here. Okay. Okay, and that is a T6. Alrighty. So it doesn't appear like there's any damage to the board itself. You can see the board here. Doesn't look like it needs cleaned at all, honestly. I think it's just, it has even got the waterproof gasket on it. For the membrane, this is the membrane for the keys, guys. Right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll pull this membrane off. Yeah, it looks pretty clean, guys. It looks pretty clean in there. This is where the smart wheel goes right here. I'll go ahead and clean this. So the main problem is going to be with the buttons themselves, not really with this, but we'll soak that anyway. It looks pretty clean. It don't look like there's anything we can do there. And I can see where the wheel goes. Okay. Let's make sure this is nice and clean. Okay. I don't think there's anything much more we can do with that. So first off, we'll pull them. And these just snap off, you know, pretty easily. And so we got here, we're soaking it in alcohol. This is 91%, guys. It looks like it's kind of freed up now. So guys, the plus thing that we have going for us, these right here, they're exposed, okay? So how that's going to help us is, this is going to be really hard to do, but we can, because I don't see that we're going to get this plug apart anyway, but we can get this and solder it right here. This is where it needs to be, this pin. So we should be able to solder this wire right here. So basically this wire corroded, so we're gonna solder it back in its place right here. So it's going to look like this. The wiring harness is going to look like this. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. But like I showed you on the photo, it connects right here. Right here's where it connects. So this is exposed anyway. You know, it's exposed anyway, so it's not going to be in the way of anything, you know. So that and the pad here is all clean. It's ready to go. I just need to reassemble the module. I need to solder this wire on here, make sure it's, you know, so that it's connected. And this project will be done at that point. Just cut it off. Now what we're going to do is put flux on this. What that does, guys, that will help the solder flow and stick easier. We'll tin this wire here. Okay. Okay, well, now I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to try this the best I can without melting the plastic. But I honestly don't know I'll be able to be that successful with that. Let's see here. Let's get a piece of wire of solder here. Okay. Let me get some fresh solder on this tip. Get this pick and make sure that it's going to be making contact down there. I'm going to try my best not to burn this, but something tells me I ain't going to be that successful. This is the hard part, guys, because we need to be right on the very tip. We need to try to get that tip in there. And so got the wire all ready to go. It's just getting it down in there is what problem we're having. Okay. There's the solder job right there. It burned it a little bit. Let's have a look at this. It burned it a little bit, but it's not too bad. Okay, it's burned a little bit, not too bad. So what we want to do now is make sure that it's making a connection. Okay, it needs to make a good connection or it's not going to work, right? Okay. It's going to be pin 2 right there. And, yep. Okay. Well, looks like it's going to work. Let's pull it easy. Yeah, it's in there. All right, so now what we got to do, that is all done. We're done with the harness. And I'm going to look into to see, like, if the harness is only like 50 bucks, you know, good luck, huh? It's probably like 100 something. But if it's only like 50 something dollars, you know, I might as well just buy a new harness and replace it. It's not really that hard to do. But you know what? If that fix we did works, then what's the point? You know, we'll just ride it like that. What I worry about is vibration, you know, going down the road. Vibrations are down the road, you know, making it, undoing it, basically. But honestly, it'll probably last till they decide to get rid of the truck, honestly. It'll last till trade-in. That's my, you know, and that's all we need, right? Let them trade it in and let the next guy deal with it, huh? Yeah. Okay, here's the circuit board. It's really looking great, guys. It's really looking good. All the pads look clean. This is right here. Right here is going to be where the smart wheel. This is called this roller wheel right here. this scrolls through the menu. It's kind of like a scroller on a mouse, you know. These are right here. Oh, let me see. These right here. These little white dudes right here that live right there, those are the LEDs that light up the keys. Those light up the keys whenever you turn your headlights on, it lights up the keys on the steering wheel so you can see. Right here is the main processing unit right here. So everything on it looks, nothing looks corroded on it. So it doesn't look like the spill, but it had, you know, it doesn't look like the spill made it into this itself. So that's a good thing. So you'll see these black pads right here. These black contact pads right here. This is what pushes on this. So this is how this needs to set. This needs to set in this just like that. Okay. And you can see very easily the LEDs, and that's where the wheel rests. So let's put this back in there just like this. That's how that sets. Okay. But there's how that sets. Now we'll put the back on it. While this back is on it, try each button, and it's springing back. They're not crunchy no more, guys. They are not crunchy anymore. Like this. Okay. Plug this little dude back in. Snap. Okay. Let's put this back together. Okay. Alrighty, let's get this screwed back. I know you guys don't want to watch me screw, so we shall be back. Okay, so we here. Oh, that feels good, guys. The buttons feel really good now. And then we have plus right here. Okay. Okay. Then we got minus down here. Hey, they're springing back to life, guys. And one right here. SRC right here. Nice. I like the way it just springs back to action now. This one goes right here. Wow. All of them. All of them working good, guys. Now all we got to do is get it back to the truck, reinstall it. We'll see if our little fix worked. I think that it's going to be just fine. If not, what did we have to lose, right? So we will see you back at the truck. Okay, we're back at the truck. I already took this off. This one goes right here. And then this one goes right here. There we go. Now all I gotta do is screw them back in. Okay, now we got them screwed in. It's just those two torque screws, that one and that one. That's all that hold these in, guys. Now it's back. The modules are screwed back in. Now before you place this and seat it, you got to plug it in. And I did put, just for good measure, I put electrical tape over the wire I soldered in. That just kind of protects it from moisture, and it's not going to protect it from a spill like I just had, but it'll protect it from just air, moisture, or whatever. And then we just plug it in right here. Here's where it plugs in at. It plugs in right here. Oh, there's a little bit of corrosion right there. Right there, you can see that corrosion. I hope that it don't interfere with. But you know what? Just to make sure, we'll go ahead and clean it a little bit. We'll clean it a little bit here. Okay, we got it cleaned a little bit. It's not ideal, but it should be enough to make contact. That's all we need, is for it to make contact. So this little indentation here where it rests, literally you just put it down, push it in just like that. Okay, and it's ready to go. It's connected, it's ready to go. We could test this right now just to see everything works, but we're going to go ahead and put it all together, because if it don't work, like, we've done all we can do to it. If it doesn't work from this point, literally we just need to replace the modules. I did find online where you can get this module, and the wiring harness, complete wiring harness right here, this wiring harness, this part, for $257. Guys, that really is not bad at all. That is not bad. $257 for this piece, and the wiring harness. Now this little piece, plastic piece, you can find that, you know, they have them made of chrome, which you can find, and if you want to dress your steering wheel up, it's real easy to replace those. Literally put the wiring back inside the hub here. Literally, guys, you just get it placed right, and literally you just pop it into place. So that's all you do. Okay, we got this popped into place. Okay, put the wire down. You want to make sure this hole and this hole isn't blocked, because that's where these pegs for the horn pad goes. Push it down. That's all there is to it. It's ready. Now we can start the truck up, and we'll see if this works. And let's make sure that this works. Okay. Let it boot up. Now see, this was the problem I was having. You don't have your gauges right here. I can't even tell how much fuel I got, but now, before it wasn't working, but we'll see if this works. There you go, guys. There you go. Looky there. Looky there. Okay, now let's see. Cruise came on. Cruise is working. Hey, guys, it's working. Looky that. Let's go back here. SRC. Yep. There we go. The radio. Controls on the radio's working. The wheel, the smart wheel, where you can select different settings. That's mainly what I was after, honestly. See, it brings up the different gauges. Alrighty. There you go. It looks like everything is working, guys. All the buttons are working now. Different menus. Scroll through the menus. Back out of it. Back out of it. There you go. Alrighty. Well, that's it. That's the 2023 Smart Wheel Module repairs for the 2023 Peterbilt 389. We'll see you next time on Teslatronixlab.